Our film today begins with a miserable, sorrowful woman who takes any odd job that comes her way just to survive. Finally, at the age of 35, she receives an approval for a respectable position. Even though the contract is only for 2 years, she holds great hope that with hard work she can secure a permanent job. While riding the metro, she notices a thief cutting into a woman's bag to steal her wallet. She tries to warn the woman, but the thief is brazen, telling her to mind her own business. The crowded train makes it difficult for her to do anything. Yet when the thief tries to get off at the first stop, she grabs him by the shirt and refuses to let go, insisting he return the wallet to the hard-working woman. Until suddenly, an investigator named Na appears out of nowhere, flipping in the air before arresting the thief. After this chaotic incident, she realizes she is late for her new job. She rushes there in a disheveled state and enters the building, awestruck by her surroundings. A man calls her over to the office, clearly irritated by her disorderly appearance. He looks her up and down before coldly informing her that although she has worked hard over the past 2 years and the company relied heavily on her, they have decided to fire her. Stunned, she sits there not comprehending anything, but soon she is told to pack up and leave immediately. As she exits, we overhear a mysterious phone call, someone speaking with the department head about a scheme they are pulling behind their director's back. Since the director is about to retire, there will be little risk of exposure. Returning home, her mother calls and asks how things are going with the job she had struggled for years to obtain. She explains she had a bad dream and is worried, but her daughter brushes it off, telling her not to believe in such superstitions, insisting everything is fine. Meanwhile, the head of intelligence tries to reach the deputy of foreign affairs to confirm their scheduled meeting, but the number is out of service. He calls the office line, only to be told that he must have dialed the wrong number, as they've never spoken before. Anxious and confused, he suspects the deputy is with someone and cannot speak freely, so he asks a colleague to transfer the money quickly. Moments later, his colleague reports back that the account he sent is non-existent, and the money went straight to China. He realizes he has just been scammed out of $500,000. While he scrambles in panic, the woman, Young, returns to collect her remaining belongings and overhears the call. She offers to help, claiming she has strong experience in tracking calls. He denies everything, telling her she misunderstood and to just leave. Yet after she departs, he desperately seeks help everywhere, but finds no one. He eventually gathers suspicious information about a company making a huge number of shady calls daily, and visits Young at home. He tells her that if she can uncover the gang behind this, she will be considered for a government job. But, he warns, if she is caught, he will disavow her completely. The next day, she applies for a position at that company and is accepted immediately. While wandering secretly through the offices, searching for the servers, she is caught by a man. Nervous, she claims she is just a new employee, looking for the training room. He escorts her there, where the deputy director casually brags to the staff that their communications servers are so complex no one can trace them. He even boasts that they had just scammed the National Security Ministry out of $500,000. Young is shocked at how openly he revealed this. During the meeting, she notices the investigator Na, the same one who had arrested the thief, also applying to join the company. Alarmed, Young rushes to the bathroom to secretly call her handler, confirming that this is indeed the company that scammed him, and that even a detective is now embedded within. He tells her Na must be in disguise as well, and instructs her to keep her eyes open and send him reports constantly. On her first day, Young feels uneasy, especially because she is seated directly beside Na. She struggles to deal with the people around her, feeling guilty about tricking them. A colleague reassures her, saying she too once felt the same. But after seeing the money, everything became easier. "We're not the ones running the scam," the woman explains. We just do our jobs and collect a salary. The guilt belongs to the company's owner. Reluctantly, Young decides to adapt for a few days until the gang can be taken down. To her surprise, she proves incredibly effective, scamming many people in a short time, thanks to the skills she had picked up from her countless past jobs. By the end of the day, the director even invites everyone to celebrate at a disco because Young's work had brought in so much money. What she doesn't know is that her handler is monitoring everything through a hidden camera he had instructed her to wear. The next morning, he warns her sharply that she was supposed to stay undercover, not become the star employee. She apologizes, promising it won't happen again. At the same time, Na speaks with her colleague, revealing that she had stolen the director's SIM card at the party the night before and plans to extract its data. Her superior, however, is annoyed with her reckless style and orders her to get solid evidence quietly this time, without drawing attention. That night, Young sneaks into the company building after hours, climbing 30 dark floors since the electricity is out. Once inside, she pretends to be the director, playing around nervously before focusing on her mission. But she finds the drawers empty and the computer locked with a password. Meanwhile, Na is in the next room, gathering real evidence. When she hears Young's movement, she grabs her by the neck and demands to know who she is. Young screams, forcing Na to slap her silent. Unfortunately, a guard hears them and approaches. To cover, Na attacks him and then drags Young out with her. They run frantically down the stairs, breathless, with the guard chasing. Outside, they spot a taxi and escape, but he pursues them relentlessly, cornering them until he crashes into a curb. Their relief is short-lived, however, when their own car breaks down after another accident. Luckily, a police patrol passes by, forcing the guard to flee before discovering their true identities. The next day, both return to work. Young is terrified of being exposed, while Na boldly confronts the director, revealing her true identity as an officer. She demands that he and his companion withdraw and leave the case to the police before it is too late. He refuses, consulting his colleague instead, and after a long discussion, they decide to turn it into a joint mission. Na resents this arrangement, calling Young foolish and exposed, unwilling to work with her. Young herself doesn't want the partnership either, afraid even to speak to Na. But under pressure from their superiors, they are forced to cooperate. As they leave the rooftop after their tense argument, they unexpectedly encounter the deputy director, who tells them he had been looking for them because they are being sent on a mission. Young panics, protesting that she cannot commit fraud openly in the street, but he insists she must go. When they go to collect the money from their target, they discover he is an old man who can hardly walk. As Young approaches him, he explains that the money belongs to his wife's surgery, and he is terrified it might get stolen. Hearing this, Young is deeply moved and begs him to leave, insisting they shouldn't proceed as agreed. But since he is hard of hearing, he doesn't quite understand her words. At that moment, Na, realizing the deputy is secretly watching them from a distance, swiftly grabs the money from the old man to keep up appearances, and they leave. Back at the company, Na begins performing strange tricks to impress the deputy director, hoping he'll agree to meet her at the bar later. Meanwhile, Young invites the oldest woman in their department for drinks, cleverly steering the conversation to extract information about the organization's elusive boss. At the same time, Na questions the deputy, saying she wants to meet the boss, whom she heard might be in China or perhaps the Philippines. He is surprised by her sudden request and asks why. She admits she wants a promotion, to work directly with him, and maybe even marry him if he likes her. She'd win in every case. He laughs, admiring her ambition, and tells her that if she wants to meet the boss, she must first win him over. Seeing an opportunity, Na accompanies him to a hotel. When he steps into the bathroom, she quickly steals his SIM card and copies its data, planning to escape afterward. But unexpectedly, he falls unconscious and is rushed away by ambulance. Later, her colleague gives her a report of all the calls from that SIM, but surprisingly, it contains only 2 numbers, one under Director Yang and another registered under the name Chicken Feet. The next day at work, Na tells Young about this, asking her to think it over. Young shrugs, saying maybe he only has those 2 contacts and loves chicken. So what's the problem? Frustrated, Na snaps back, saying, "Did it not occur to you that he might have another phone, hidden somewhere, with all the real numbers?" She then instructs Young to go to his house after work while she distracts Director Yang. Young has no choice but to agree, though she dreads it, even hoping something will stop her on the way. Suddenly, she sees Director Yang himself pull up in a car, offering her a ride. She climbs in nervously and sends Na a message, "I'm with the director, you go to the house." But instead of showing menace, Director Yang is unusually kind, even inviting her to eat before dropping her off at home. Standing in the street afterward, she is overwhelmed with happiness, unable to believe it. From a distance, Na watches, bewildered, wondering how this strange bond began. When Na approaches, Young tries to explain that it was a chance encounter at the bus stop, and he merely insisted on driving her home. Na doesn't believe it, saying it looked like more than a simple ride. Young suggests they go somewhere private so she can explain everything. But Na insists on going upstairs to her apartment instead. Nervous, Young tries to stall, claiming her place is messy, but eventually confesses the truth. She sold her own apartment and gave all the money to the old man for his wife's surgery. Shocked, Na feels guilty too, telling her they must share the burden. She decides to take Young in to live with her until the gang is caught. From then on, the 2 women begin working closely, even pretending to be partners in a shared apartment. Their bond grows, and instead of scamming innocent people, they start tricking criminals and swindlers so they can ease their consciences. Their friendship strengthens. They go out together, spend holidays side by side. But one morning, Na wakes with no memory of the previous night after taking too many pills, only to discover a tattoo on her body. Furious, she confronts Young, accusing her of not asking permission. Young reminds her it was her idea in the first place, and she only copied her so she wouldn't be upset. Storming out angrily, Na grabs Young's phone when it rings. Thinking it's just a casual call, she answers, only to hear Young's handler, "Oh," demanding evidence and reminding her that without it, she won't get the permanent job. Shocked, Na realizes Young has been secretly working with someone else all along. Rummaging through her bag, she even finds Young's old work ID, confirming she once worked under O for a year before being abruptly dismissed. Later at the company, Director Yang explains that sometimes they play with big whales, government ministries, and powerful officials, extorting large sums from them. Volunteers are asked to step forward, and Na raises her hand, pushing Young to join as well, arguing that the deeper they go, the stronger the evidence they can gather. Soon, they target a corrupt army colonel, tricking him into handing over a huge bribe. Overwhelmed by the scale of the crime, Young rushes to call O, telling him about the operation worth more than $500,000. He encourages her, as soon as she secures the money, she should bring it to him, and in return, he'll restore her career permanently. When she hesitates, asking about Na's safety, he harshly tells her to think only of herself, not anyone else. That night, as Na meets Young by the car, she asks if she is hiding anything. Young nervously denies it, saying, "You're the officer. If I were hiding something, you'd have caught me by now." Na smiles, agreeing, but reminds her she is a national intelligence agent, operating on a whole other level. Neither of them notices that another colleague, Song, is eavesdropping from the garage, preparing to betray them. They dress in military uniforms and approach the colonel, who has the money ready in a bag, expecting them to deliver it to the chief of staff. He tries to fish for information about their boss, but Young deflects, saying it is classified. As they leave, Young plans how to seize the bag from Na without escalating into a fight. By chance, someone bumps into Young, causing her to drop it. She quickly snatches it up and runs, throwing it into a passing army truck before jumping in to escape. Na, furious, jumps into her car and calls her superior, urging him to raid the gang's headquarters immediately. But before she can act further, cars surround her and men pour out. It is Deputy Director Yun himself, coming to eliminate her and Young. Convinced they are spies, Na stands her ground, showing no fear, and prepares to fight. When Young finally reaches O, she finds him sitting with the very man who had bumped into Na earlier, now handing over the bag. In that instant, she realizes the switch must have happened during that collision, and betrayal floods her chest. Sure enough, when she opens the bag, she finds nothing but stacks of blank paper. Her eyes fill with tears as she asks O about the permanent job he had promised. He laughs cruelly, telling her she was naive to believe such a thing. "You were never going to be hired. You were just a tool to get me what I wanted. Now give me the bag and get out of my sight before you dirty my suit." O leaves with the bag, smiling from ear to ear, nearly bursting with joy as he rides away. But when he finally opens it, his own grin freezes. Inside is nothing but blank sheets. Only then does he realize Young had managed to swap the bags without his noticing. Meanwhile, Young contacts Director Yang, asking desperately about Na. He calmly tells her Na is with him already. Na, tied to a chair with duct tape around her wrists, struggles against the wood until she finally breaks free. She easily overpowers the two guards, tossing them aside like rag dolls. But just as she is about to escape, Yang enters with a gun. Speaking on the phone to Young, he taunts her. "Your friend is still bouncing around here like a clown. Don't worry, we'll take care of her." Yang hands the phone to Na, who screams at Young, accusing her of betrayal. Young pleads, promising to bring the money to save her, but Na only yells back that she never wants to see her face again. Yang snatches the phone and warns Young to hurry. Terrified, Young rushes to the meeting point with the bag. The moment she arrives, she drops it and runs to Na, who lies beaten on the floor. Yang's men quickly seize Young and tie her up beside Na. Only now do the two realize the shocking truth. Yang himself is the true mastermind, the elusive boss who had been right in front of them the whole time. Before fleeing the country, Yang leaves the women locked inside a room and unleashes a pack of vicious attack dogs. As the snarling beasts close in, Na panics, but Young calmly slips free of her ropes. She laughs nervously, explaining, "I used to be a magician's assistant for a while." She unties Na just in time. Na grabs a piece of wood, ready to fight the dogs, but Young stops her, insisting that violence will only provoke them. Instead, she throws herself on the floor, writhing and acting possessed. To Na's shock, the dogs stop snarling and sit calmly, completely tamed. "I also worked as a dog trainer for a bit," Young says proudly, flashing a certificate she somehow still had. Meanwhile, Yang and his men wait at the dock for their escape boat, but halfway across, the vessel suddenly turns back. From a rooftop, Na appears, signaling for them to retreat. Moments later, police forces storm the area. Furious, Yang opens fire wildly, but when he attempts to escape by car, Young appears out of nowhere and rams into him. The car flips, and Yang stumbles away, bleeding. Young follows the trail of blood to an abandoned warehouse where he hides. Inside, Yang seizes her by the neck, dragging her as a hostage. He mocks Na, saying, "Why are you acting so worked up over this nobody? She's just a worthless temp." At that insult, Young's eyes blaze with fury. She suddenly spins and lands a devastating double kick that sends Yang crashing to the floor, groaning in pain. As the police drag everyone away in chains, Young cries out in frustration, "Why does everyone look down on me just because I was a temporary worker? Is that what really bothered you?" In the aftermath, the two women sit together, wondering what they will do next. Time passes, and we see Young running her own successful dog training company with dozens of employees, a villa, and a car, finally achieving the life she always dreamed of. And with that, the film comes to an end. Don't forget to like the video, leave us a kind comment as always, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future summaries. Goodbye.